All right, so we have understood what the experiment and events are. Now we want to talk about the trials, and the trial are. I guess I have written down the spelling incorrect. It has no, it's not trail, it's trial. Trial and events are different kind of experiment where we keep the conditions same. For example, if I go every day on a railway station and wanted to know how many times a train, out of like 100 experiment. So like my experiment is that I'm recording the time of the train, and my events are that every day how much delay a train is, like 1 minute, 2 minutes, or 5 minutes, or it is coming before time or on time, how many times it is coming on time, and so on and so forth. Then these are my events. Now keeping all the other experiment constant, right, or other the things constant, I wanted to know, right, what are the different outcomes. So trial and experiment, an experiment in which through repeated under the essentially identical or same conditions does not give the unique results, which means that train may come every day but the time may keep on differing. I'll give you another example, right, where we'll keep the situation constant and I'm going to run different events, right, repeated events with the same similar condition. For example, if I just pick up seed germination, so say I pick up 5 seeds every day or every week, and I plant them, right, I let them grow. Okay, so what are the probabilities or what are the possibilities that none of the seed will germinate, or one seed will germinate, or two seed will germinate, three or four, or all five may germinate, right? So if I keep on doing this, for example, every Sunday I'm planting 5 seeds. Now what exactly is happening over here is that I will have different outcomes every week, right? So in one week maybe all seed will germinate, in other week maybe only 4 will germinate. So keeping all the things constant, every time I'm doing the 5 seeds, keeping all the things constant, I am getting I'm running the same experiment again and again with the similar condition, or essential conditions are same. This is called as trial, when I'm running a trial over here. Now what is the sample space in probability? For example, like considering the possible outcomes, all the possible outcomes for my experiment. What are my possible outcomes? My possible outcomes are that how many seeds gets germinated. So possible outcomes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. This is when we pick up all the possible outcomes of an experiment, right, we call it as sample space, which means that none of the possible outcome is beyond the possibility, right? So if I have say for example, if I'm rolling a dice, right, I may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, either of the number, but an event would be that if I get a 3, that's an event. So I get my event is that I get odd numbers or even numbers. But in this particular example, what would be my sample space? Sample space would be all possible conditions, which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I combine all those possible conditions which may happen when I roll a dice, that will be called as sample space. Okay, for example, if I say on a particular day, say I'm like say I'm a waiter at a particular in a particular hotel, and if I wanted to like how much tip I get every day. So what is the probability that I get $1 as a tip, or $2, $3? So if I get tip max to max, I get $1,000 tip, right? Or I can earn by tip, I can earn like say $1,000, right? This all the values which are possible would be the part of my sample space. Okay, so $1 would be the one value, $2, $3, $4, and like just keep on going till 1,000, right? So all the values, possible outcomes will be placed in an element is called as sample space. Okay, now what are some exhaustive events, right? Now this is where probability gets really interesting, right? The total number of possible outcome in any trial is known as exhaustive events or exhaustive cases, right? Now I want you to understand this, right? this little different, right, than the sample space over here. When a pesticide is applied, a pest may survive or die, right? There are two exhaustive cases, namely either survival or death. Now, in this case, right, either that pest may survive or die. Like both conditions cannot happen together. For example, if I toss a coin, either I'll get head or I'll get tail, but like both the conditions will happen like simultaneously. It's not possible. For example, again, if I'll take an example of a dice, I may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, either of the condition. They are exhaustive events, right? Whatever is coming at the uppermost layer, if say I get 6 at the topmost layer, then I will not get 1, 2, 3, 4 or 5. So these are exhaustive cases or exhaustive events which cannot happen simultaneously, when you perform something, right? I hope you're getting this point over here, what is trial and what is the exhaustive events. We'll talk more on events, different kind of events, which will give you more and more idea about the probability, and we're going to use them like anything in our upcoming session. So I'll see you next.